So when I got on, cops were waiting just down the road because I put there's a little small car park where I said the Japanese parkers the other day. And this is how fucking stupid the cops are. They parked right on the junction, and then this big car came round and he couldn't get round. So I think yesterday what happened was I was working on the truck and I banged my hand on with a transformer which is quite heavy, and I swore maybe a few times, and maybe the woman in front complained. Could be 600 million yen tonight on the Lotto 6, so I'll put a few numbers on. Two. I gave a few chocolates away today. At the station. I just tried, there was this lady in the supermarket, she just looked like she didn't have a friend in the world, very bedraggled, and I offered to give her a chocolate, and she said no thank you. Maybe some complaint I was parking there. Oh, because I was swearing. So I didn't go near them because I can't find my driving license at the moment. And they were okay with it a long time ago, but now if you don't have your driving license, they will not let you drive, even though they can check with the computer and they say, yeah, he's got a license and it's nothing wrong with it. They still won't let you fucking drive. They're being pains in the arse. Well, I guess I won 1,300 yen from last week on the lotto. 4 numbers. 4 numbers used to pay about 15,000 yen. Not anymore. So I have a video where I came very close to winning 100 million yen. I guess I'll never get that close again. You had lines. If a machine where one reel went up and one reel went down, that would have been on 100 million. I made a video on it, you can check it out. Maybe I'll put in quick pick. Do anyone want to give me 6 numbers? 6 numbers between 1 and 43. Did I put, oh, I didn't put Delo's numbers down. I have a video on India about koi fish, really? I don't remember that. I don't remember that one. I have done some videos on India, but check it out. I can't remember that one. But then again, there are quite a few that I don't remember. I've got about 7,000 videos. However, a good idea to write to Mr. Beast. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I don't remember a video about koi fish in India. That's my winning numbers. 1,300 yen. My winning numbers were 5, 5, 15, 25. Yeah, the last few weeks, a lot of times I have a drink in the daytime, but the last few weeks I have stopped doing that. What is your job, Mr. P? Oh, okay, man. What are you studying? Biotechnology, wow. Looks like I'm talking to a smart guy. No, I got this red coat very cheap, and then I put the hat on. It just makes people, not really cosplay, but it just makes people smile, so. And then I give them a chocolate. Like this. Like this last year, they were about 500 yen, 600 yen. So I bought quite a few. But this year they're 950 yen. So they're very tasty. So I can give them to cute girls. Oh, what do you want to? Do you want to give me 6 numbers then, Rachel, for this lottery? I said that to my brother, that my brother was lucky, and then I realised he was lucky because I was letting him live in my house for 8 years for very cheap rent. Mr. Stupid. I should have kicked him out when he was fucking 20. Come on then, Rachel. Give me 6 numbers between 1 and 33. Hello, Matsusan. 6 numbers between 1 and 33. Let's see if you can get lucky. Oh, get me lucky. Okay. 320. 15. 8. 18. No, fuck. Well, that's right. Okay, that's all right. 8, 18. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 7. Okay, let's give it a try. We will know tonight. No, it's 6 numbers. 20, 15, 19. Eh? Oh, damn good. 2 people give me different numbers here. So 7 and 4. Who gave me the 8? 8, Rachel. 18, Matsui-san. I've got to cross out. So these are all. Did any of those houses burn down? Right, we'll know the results at 8 o'clock. I knew it. 23 is supposed to be an unlucky number, and for my sister and my mother, it was very, very unlucky. Our house was number 23. My sister's birthday was 23rd of July. My mother's birthday was 23rd of January. And they both had a lot of tragedy in their lives. Tragedy. Hey, thanks again. Actually, so a few months ago, Dilo gave me 6 numbers, and I think 3 turned up. Three numbers turned up the same evening. So that was quite good. Do you look like Betty Boop, Rachel? Time now it's maybe coming up to 6 o'clock, which means, hang on a minute. Yeah, well, I like to see people do well or win. I think I don't begrudge anyone winning money or winning a prize. I think I'm very happy for them, whoever they are, even if I don't know them. You know. The other year in England, there was a there was an Leicester Football Club. They were at the bottom of the league, and one guy, he put like 5 hours, £5 or £50 for them to win the division. And Leicester, a very small club, an investor from Thailand, he bought the club and he bought a lot of players, and they won. They won the first division, the Premier title. They won the Premier title, and one guy, he put £50 on, and it was maybe like 500 to 1 or 1,000 to 1. So he won a hell of a lot of money. Yeah, the Foxes, yeah. So do you know them? Oh, you were talking about from that area. But Gary, I used to like Gary Lineker, but I think he's become a pain in the arse now. I was just saying before to the other guys, when I got this at Christmas time, I give away these sweets to strangers who smile at me, or young kids really, young kids, cute girls. Oh, so you had a good stepmom then. So I have got no, you know, like sometimes I was giving to kids, and this woman was complaining, so I don't give them to the kids outside the house now. So I've got a cousin, well, my auntie, she was the youngest, she's my mum's younger sister. I know she's got heart of gold like, and she's a great cook, but she's very stupid. She's not very bright, and the 2 boys are not very bright either. But her grandson is like, I don't know, 7, 8, 9, and he's writing to a big organisation in Sheffield, and his writing is, for a young boy, his writing is amazing. It's not very often you see a young boy with such nice handwriting and ideas and intelligence. And I'm scared to tell my cousin that that's probably not your kid. Can I say the word bug now? Bug. I say, Sheffield, in the north we have a strong U, so we say bug. When I went to New Zealand, people were taking the fun of me because with the way I said puppy. Yeah, in the north we have a strong U. Yeah, I won't be, with the increased price, I won't be giving too many away, or I'll find cheaper sweets. Yeah, what is that? Like, you know, they say like it's not too, Derbyshire, and it's not too far away, is it? The accent. So before I've told people that Sheffield is the beginning of the north. I don't. Is Nottingham's? I was told that Sheffield Station is called Midland Station. Well, thank you. So is Nottingham's station called Midland Station? That's what Sheffield. I just found it strange that two stations would have the same name on the same line. Thank you. I am writing this down now. Okay, Englishman. Yeah, I get. Sometimes I say I'm England, or I'm from England, or I'm English, and people correct me, saying no, British. So fuck off, I'm English. So look, we're British. When a Scotland athlete, wins gold medal, we're British. When a Scotland athlete has done something bad, he's Scottish. Yeah, I saw this Scottish comedian the other day on, can't remember his name, I only watched him a few minutes, but he was really putting down Scotland. And he says he fucking hates Scotland and he's glad he's out of Scotland, it's a dump. And I'm like on Facebook, I'm looking at these pictures of Scotland, the countryside and Edinburgh and things like that. It's beautiful. Scotland is beautiful. And so this guy was really slagging off Scotland and Scottish people. I don't like people like that slag off their own country. It just, to me, it shows you can't trust them. Yeah, when we first went, because I was like bowling, when I was a kid, I was bowling, 10-pin bowling. And we went to, I think maybe East Midlands Airport, that area, and Birmingham. And we were just, so you get young kids, 15, 16, not realising that they've got accents. And so in Birmingham, in Sheffield, so we were accusing each other of not speaking properly. Yeah, I went to, we went on our honeymoon to Edinburgh and Scotland. And we took a photograph of me at the Firth of Forth Bridge. I'd love to go to the Edinburgh Fringe Festival. Yeah, I remember. So a few weeks ago, I forget where I saw this, and it was of an Indian couple or Indian daughter going to England and walking around London and being amazed by all these amazing buildings. And because, you know, and then someone tells her, the only reason they've got all these amazing buildings is because they stole everything from India. And other places around the world, but mainly India. You know, they took so many things out of India. I mean, the British Museum is just full of things they stole from around the world. Just going to do it. Well, I think that. Okay, Rachel. Yeah, well, that's true. That's true. You know, they did railway lines, yeah, of course, and around the world they give railway lines and that kind of thing. You know, but Europe, they, but Europe, they really did steal a lot of things from around the world. Not just Britain, of course, and that's what encouraged the Japanese to go into other parts of Asia. England did it. Why don't we do the same? But the funny thing is, like, people from around the world, the Commonwealth, they come to England and they become British citizens, you know, and but the same doesn't happen with all the people that Japan, you know, people, well, maybe Koreans, but the Japanese entered Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand. Did they go into Thailand? You know, so they entered all those Philippines, they entered all those countries. Shouldn't all these people, if they want to, shouldn't they be given a visa to work in Japan? What do you think? Well, I'm going to let's finish this and go and put this lotto ticket on. What are you making, Rachel? Transportation prices. Well, a lot of times actually, you know, you get people from Indonesia, all these people coming from these countries to Japan, but they're usually ripped off by agents. You know, they tell them they're going to earn all this money, but the agents just rip them off, which is a sad thing. So I think if the Japanese government gave them visas without having to go through agents, then maybe a lot more people would come and enjoy a bit of time. But especially in the fishing industry, you know, there's a lot from Indonesia. A lot of people come from Indonesia to the fishing industry, and they just treat them like slaves, you know. Well, I guess it varies from place to place, but a lot of the times, if a young man or woman, yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Japanese government should give the people that want to come, the young men and women, they should give them the visa, so they don't have to fucking pay these exorbitant prices, extortionate prices from agents. Like in England, if you're from England or America or any Western country, you don't have to pay for if you have to pay for a visa. Well, you don't, I don't think. You don't have to pay for a visa. So why should people from Asia, which are I think there's a thing called ASEAN, so Asian countries, why should they have to pay a visa to come to Japan? Because, you know, it might take 6 months, 1 year, 2 years to pay this visa off. And sometimes the visiting students or men and women, sometimes they fall into a job which is very bad. They're treated very badly. They don't get the money that was promised them, and so they have to escape. And there is an agency in Tokyo that helps these people. Ooh la la. I've seen you.
số. Chúng tôi có chuẩn bị và hướng dẫn sản phẩm bằng tiếng Việt. Hãy nhân cơ hội này để thoải mái thử vận may.
I've just got this thing to rub out.
Bem-vindo! Este é um ponto de venda de bilhetes de loteria. Se você está interessado em jogar na loteria, nós temos guia de produtos em português. Aproveite essa ocasião para tentar a sua sorte.
Oh,
Welcome. This is a lottery ticket sales point. If you are interested in entering the lottery, we offer product guides in English. Please feel free to give it a try.
just putting these numbers on
欢迎
again.
光临，这里是彩票销售点。我们为对彩票感兴趣的人士准备了简体中文商品指南，不妨趁此机会来体验一下购彩的乐趣吧。
Xin chào quý khách.
320,
Đây là quầy
15,
bán
8.
vé số. Đối với những quý khách đang quan tâm đến vé số,
Okay.
chúng tôi có chuẩn bị và hướng dẫn sản phẩm bằng tiếng Việt. Hãy nhân cơ hội này để thoải mái thử vận may.
Bem-vindo! Este é um ponto de venda de bilhetes de loteria. Se você está interessado em jogar na loteria, nós temos guia de produtos em português. Aproveite essa ocasião para tentar a sua sorte.
Right, see if Rachel's numbers are going to get lucky. Yeah, sometimes it ends tragically as well. You know, there's a leaf here called the shiso leaf, and it's like a nettle. And this young girl, she got this job, but they give them impossible targets. And so they would come to their residence at night and say, finish this by morning. But they can travel to India on a tourist visa, can't they? I'm sure I would be in trouble in Singapore. I wonder if anyone's tried to do that before. You know, actually, they should. I think foreign government ministers, they should ask Japan to do that. But I'm guessing that it's like in England with the translation services. All these people come from all over the world into England, and they need translation service. And what you find is that the politicians are fucking tied in with the translation services, so they never want to see it end. They never want to see the migrants stop coming, because they've all got the fingers in the pie. Like when I first came here, I had to have a flight out of Japan, and usually people go to Korea, and then you get a 3-month visa, and then you can apply. And then I got a cultural visa for judo, and like I can't remember if they cost money, but if they did, it was only a little bit of money. So what's an e-visa? What is that? Which country is that for, Parik? So, so a few months ago, I can't remember if I made a video about this guy, but he came in pretending to be a woman or a big schoolgirl. And I think it was a phase he was going through. You know, I just saw him the other day, and he's just like a very shy, you know, just a very shy Japanese man. So it's, and I think if you're made that way, it's probably better to be homosexual, where you can have a normal life. So as far, instead of like, I need to dress up as a schoolgirl, I just find that strange. I need to dress up as something. But I do like, yeah, like when a young child looks at me, you know, and they smile or they stare. That was nice, you know, that is my life. I just waved to this little boy in his trolley with his mum, and he saw me, and he stuck his left hand out, and he just waved like that. I mean, if he'd have used all his fingers, that would have been nice. Yeah, I was reading something, I saw this program, it was about a Pakistani boy, and he went to, and his parents sold the land so he could, they needed money for him to get to, you know, to the Middle East, Saudi Arabia or Qatar, something like that, and he couldn't stand it, because it's very dangerous, it's not a nice place to work, and a lot of people die there. And he couldn't stand it, so he came back, and he brought shame on himself because his family had to sell land for him to get there. But a lot of people die from the third world in the Middle East. They don't treat them nicely. So I guess it's a lot better. At least you can drink the water. You know, you can drink water. Not like it is in the Middle East. I mean, drink water from the taps in the street. I wonder how much it costs for a bottle of water in Qatar. Am I still broadcasting? I haven't seen any messages there. Somebody please say hello. Yeah, well, people do use water filters here, but that's only like a personal choice. Otherwise, it is safe otherwise. But when I lived in Tokyo, the water tastes horrible. But if you put it in the refrigerator, it tastes okay. Well, that was 30 years ago. Yeah, there's always going to be a lot of people speaking English in India, yeah. Fletch, what movie was that? Oh, I'm catching up with a few. I'm catching up with a few messages here. Did you bring Ben? Has my content up? Yeah, I'm catching up with all these messages now. Hang on, let me catch up. Oh, really? Is that for a work visa? That's fucking brilliant, honestly. My life is great. Just these little kids, waving back to me. Did you know that the highest, on average money, the highest paid, the highest average salary for that person in America is Indian. Is Indian American or Indian? They earn the most money. What is Fletch? What was that movie about? Yeah, I don't know those people, Flad Muse, Mo Lester and Mike Litter. Are they Australian? I am still live and I put those lottery numbers on. Yeah, well, Paddy, when I first came here, lots of signs were not in English. There was only Japanese. Lots of signs. And now, depending on where you go, there's signs in about 4 languages. So it's like English, Japanese, of course, Korean and Chinese. Parik, have you ever been to the East Coast, Goa? I hope I won plenty of behind. Like I said, I won last week, but it was 1,300 yen. What do you think about the foreigners in Goa? You know, I just don't think they're normal people. You know, they're like weird, live in a different world, drug taking. Oh, really? So the Russians are there now. Well, that's the same as British people. Exactly the same. We don't tan well. Well, I made a few videos and my character was a Sikh. And so I used to make a joke about Goa and Goan. So my wife is a Goan because I'm always saying to her, go and make a cup of tea. Oh, well then, that's very stupid, yeah. Yeah, well, I admire Sikhs. I like Sikhs, but hey, I thought Goa was in the on the east coast. Is Goa very south? Sirius Bling. That could be that's a good name for a character. That's a great name for a character, that, isn't it? A cartoon. Some anime, Sirius Bling. You could have C and then Rius and then Bling. Well, I take us around something I did today. I'm very busy at the house at the moment. Yeah, the most I ever won was about 15,000 yen. Yeah, I had one guy that was complaining, you know, I said, look, it's just a comedy, mate, and I respect Sikhs, so I think they're good people. Oh, well, the guy that complained to me was like a leader of these Sikhs. I don't know if it was in England or if it was in India, but a lot. It's like, oh, sorry about that. Well, you're all right now. Yeah, let's hope. Let's see if those, if I win 600 million tonight, Rachel, I'll pay for you to come over. I think that's what I would like to do. Is renovate the place where I live, because it's a square building, so it could really be turned into a real nice pad. And there's there's 8 rooms. Give it to those who need it. I need it. I already look. When I was 20, I could have had like loads of houses now. But what happened was I put a bid in. This lady's crazy. Hey, crazy lady. No, she's gone for a pee. I could have had, and I put an offer in for a bungalow next to a park, and she actually sold it to my old schoolmate. I think so. I don't know how good it is though. Why? Look here. Did you see that the other day with a pound? This guy, he translated some money, counter forfeited, laundry, money, and he called it a pound. Not a pound, a pound. He soon got caught out like. That's about the best I can do. But you know, in Rachel, do you know in London and other cities around the world, just people feel guilty. Don't you think that would be racist? I don't know. They'd say appropriation. I would be appropriating a language that is not mine. And they would say, what about your pajamas and your bungalow? Yeah, honestly now, but it's like anything else. It's like if someone does, if a foreigner does like a Sheffield accent or a London accent or an English accent, those people, we find it funny. We really do. If a non-English person does an accent, we just find it funny. We really do. And I think the same, but the only people, yes, I know, that's why I said it. This is, and the only people that complain are the white people. They complain. When I was going to, I went to the X Factor in Manchester, Britain, and I was travelling on the train with some guys, young guys from Africa. They'd been brought up in Sheffield. And when I did an accent, like mimicking these guys, there was a white girl on the train, she nearly had an heart attack. Yeah, yeah. There you go for that. You and your sister. I'm sure you are. Yeah. But the thing is, in London, the Aussies and the Kiwis stick together, and they don't let other people join their clique. There you go. You'll have to put some photos. For a minute, it's a Paddy. I thought he said it's a lesbian. It's a leftism. It is silly, of course. But people complain about, but it's attacking white people, and it's because there was this one woman. Honestly, I think they were having a go at this woman. She was in a sari in India, and obviously this twat had been to university, and she's going shouting at a cultural appropriation. But the thing is, the local people, they love it. When they see a foreigner wearing their traditional dress, they love it. And the sunshine. Yeah, we've got two days of it every year. But like I said, my argument with the cultural appropriation is, if we're going to do cultural appropriation in India, they would have a mountain. If they took all their Western clothes off, they would have a mountain as tall as Mount Everest. So it's just not. If people go to a country and they wear, that country people's clothes or person's clothes, that's up to them. But I am sure that the people in that country would appreciate it and like it. Wasn't there a group called Sunshine something? Casey and the Sunshine Band, that's it. Where are you from, Ashley? Are you Australian? The only objection I've got to that cultural appropriation thing is when I see foreigners wearing geta, the Japanese traditional shoe. Don't be a twat. Yeah, you know those baggy trousers, but I wanted one of those one time, Paddy. The baggy trousers, I wanted some of those. I'm in a good mood. So today I treated my friend to lunch, and after lunch he gave me a bar of Cadbury's fruit and nut. So that was a nice surprise. Yeah, the baggy trousers, yeah, I think they're cool. But I was gonna make a joke. So I was gonna make a joke, but with the baggy trousers, this is what happens when you have an Indian curry, like you poo your pants. So that was one of the reasons why I wanted a pair of those trousers. So that shop we went in today, I know the owner, and so my friend was going through the app from the pub. They had a pint of beer, the special craft beer, fucking 2,500 yen, which I thought was rather expensive for a full pint. The half pint was 1,200 yen. This girl doesn't like me. Do you want to look at her? She is not gaijin yuwai. You know what gaijin yuwai means? It means weak for gaijins. Nice.
購入する商品、有料袋のバーコードをガラス面にスキャンしてください。バーコードのついていない商品、268円。商品を買い物袋または袋台の上に移動してください。
So this can of beer has only gone up 10 yen.
お金を投入してください。
Isn't that nice? So yesterday I decided I was putting in 3,000 yen into the truck, and they have these machines, and what I did, I forgot to scan my receipt, and so I realized 10 minutes later that I'd forgot 7,000 yen change. This is the second or third time I've done it. And I went back and I thought I'd got it in my truck, but that was a receipt from a different garage. They found it in the... So someone had picked it up and put it in the rubbish bin. Usually this happens quite a lot, because the last time I did it, I went into the office. They had a book full of these receipts where people had forgot to take the money. Tell him he's a good man. What do you call a man with a spade in his head? Doug. What do you call a man without a spade in his head? Douglas. We got all family around tonight then. He's 66. Has he retired or is he still working? Pathani. Pathani. Well, no, it's not blonde hair, but it's something different, you know, like ginger hair, you know, that's very, very rare, ginger hair, you know. And they just, and I knew this African American woman, she had really frizzy hair and they just wanted to touch it. But, you know, blonde hair, well, don't forget, same in Korea, 99% of the population, they've all got black hair. So blonde hair is very, you know, it's very rare. But like this, something like this is very, very rare. There are not many beards like this in Japan. You know, there are some white beard Japanese people as well, but not, you know, not like this. And with this as well, so it's just very, very rare. What was his job? Oh really? I'm looking at Ashley's post, Ashley's message here. White people got a face. Well, how fucking stupid is that, eh? Excuse my language. Yeah, I know what you mean, yeah. Just like Ronald Reagan says that Taylor Swift, she's anti-Taylor. So you're not doing anything at all. I think if you, like in the mountains maybe in India and Pakistan, you get lots of people who's like real red or ginger beards. They're all now in Sheffield. Yep, that's what used to be. What my nieces and nephews say is, why is Gary here? I had this guy working for me from the Philippines. And I just saw him one day. He goes, I can work for you because I can only give you 5,000 yen a day. He goes, okay. And it was really unreliable. And then I went to his house one day with some beers, and he says, why have you come? Rough around the edges, and nothing wrong with being rough around the edges. There's a drink to your Uncle Doug. I had a real Uncle Douglas, and he was a bastard because my grandma was a bit of a tart, and she came from a rich family, and my Uncle Doug was his real dad was a headmaster, but my granddad, he took him on as his own son, and he lived until he was 89, so just 1 year short. And he was a trader and a builder, and he was working until his 80s. But he was just obsessed with money. So ask your Uncle Doug, did he ever go in pubs and with his working clothes on and roll about messing about with other people? Hey Murray. Yeah, well, I worked from 16 because was your Uncle Doug, was he born in Britain? Because I was 15 and then they raised the school leaving age to 16. So I also would have been at 15, but I'm, like I say, I'm 3 years behind your Uncle Doug. Yeah, well, I guess it was pretty similar rules, you know. Ask him, a few years later, did they raise the leaving age? Yeah, my grandparents, well, my granddad is Irish. He was born here, and when he was 6.5, he was sent to prison for stealing a handbag. And they released him when he was 12 or 13, like a reform school. Have I been to Derby? I don't think, but I've been to East Midlands. There's somewhere near Derby I went to. I'm not sure if actually I went to Derby. I'd rather be a reformed singer, like Boy George, or a reformed binger, like Boy George. Yeah, but will I visit India? Only if your parents are very, very, very rich, Parik. No, I was thinking of it. I also thought of learning Hindi, because Hindi, if you speak Japanese, Hindi is easy to learn if you can speak Japanese. Not kidding. So, and vice versa, Indian people, Pakistani people, very good at learning Japanese. I did think of it, but my friend put me off. Parik, how far south is Goa? Because I could have sworn it was like halfway up the country. Parik, I was once, there was a... Okay, I haven't got my map with me, I'll have to carry a map. So is it south related to you? But is it really, for example, in England, London is south? Yeah, that used to be a main job. I used to work a week at the Marriott Hotel, and then we would go to the next, in 2 or 3 days after that, we would go to Hawaii for holidays. So paid about 200,000 yen. for a week. No, okay, well, you can get the jobs, but I used to work very hard for the Marriott, and then I discovered that other people, they were like doing 2 half-hour stints or 3 half-hour stints, and I was ill actually. After working a week, 6 days, 7 days of Santa, it's very, very tiring. Because this hotel, you're working from the 1st floor to the 51st floor. Yeah, I did think of going into that beard competition they have. But for this type of beard, there's a different category where it is, it's called natural. It's not like one with all those ponces thing. You know, the ponces with the moustaches going all over the place. I fucking hate that. I'd really want to punch those guys in the face. Yeah, that type of thing, yeah. But there was an American guy, and he had a really long beard. But he thought, because he had a really long beard, he thought he was like fucking George Clooney or something like that. He thought it was something as though he was a fucking an Olympic athlete or something like that, or a World Cup player, and it was just a fucking beard. But it's the Tamils are in the south, yeah. Old world man. Yeah, well, I did make this world about 6,000 years ago. That's me. That's what I was accused of. So I saw something the other day interesting on, was it Netflix? And it was this English guy. And he was a journalist, and what he was doing, he was traveling around the world seeking out these old civilizations. And he came across this thing in Indonesia where they've been building these temples or these special places with underground. You know, a lot of them were underground, and they were in these mountains, and they carved out these tunnels and caves and things. And he said, no, they say that in, for example, in Africa, they've got like 5,000 or 6,000 year old societies. And he said this one was maybe 12,000 years. But then you had, in Australia, you had the fucking Aborigines, and their societies were like 60,000 years old. So they just all, because they don't have these monuments or anything like that, they just live on the land. And so like the Aborigines have been around so long, and they just, like everything else, they just, no one gives them any credit or notice. Yeah, I don't, honestly, when I see people use like that chopstick, chapstick, it just, oh my God. That's not come across my path, Paddock. No, but there's also a massive society, or not society, but a massive history in Turkey. It's going to take them so long to discover it's a society in Turkey which delves into the past. Turkey has one of the largest vocabularies of words in the world, you know, because they have 2 different languages for men and women. Yeah, I think, I would be like, if I saw someone doing that, I'm just like, what the fuck are you doing? There's Okay, you've got nice. Okay, you're 60 years old. You're 65. You're 70. You've got nice skin. Don't give a fuck. Don't give a fuck. There was this guy I was going into this izakaya at one time, and there were two guys, and one was a guy that didn't look, he was the same age, 65. One guy looked after himself, and the other guy didn't. And the guy that looked after himself, he's like saying, me and him are the same age, but we look totally different. So what? Don't give a fuck. Yeah, metrosexuals. They want fucking metro punching. Yeah, that's Sanskrit. But you know, the Sanskrit, it looks very difficult. But if you look at the Sri Lankan alphabet, that's more difficult because they look all the fucking same. The letters look all the same. Yeah, well, if you're in the building trade, does it do nothing? Does it do nothing at all but exercise? Yeah, that metrosexual. How many languages do you speak, Parik? Cool. Oh, doing something cool. There's a great fishing channel, a Japanese guy, and you should see. It's really interesting video. You know, I'll try to sort it out. Like this guy, he dives with a spear gun, catches these fish, takes them home, cuts them up and cooks them, and he explains. He's very knowledgeable, this guy. But it's not for Indians because there's about 15 languages at least, national languages. Oh, cool. 22. What's it gonna like live next door to you? Well, don't eat the shellfish then, Ashley. Just eat the fleshy fish. What's English? I can't even say that. Yeah, the katakana in hiragana, I was stupid actually because I thought I could get by without learning kanji, but you're stupid, you can't, you need to learn kanji. It takes 2 weeks to learn katakana hiragana. I remember a long time ago, my cousin went to live in America, in Australia, never wrote back, the twat. Probably because he met my dad. Yeah, but you know, but if you learn kanji is very, very interesting. I spent 2 weeks with the guy that wrote the book is actually Australian. And no, he just didn't write back. I think there's no way he wanted anyone from Sheffield coming to see him. Because I was about to start travelling. I've got to escape this family. Yeah, kanji is very, very interesting. Well worth learning. Jeff, cousin Jeff was like, because I was a young kid and he was a lot older, so obviously we looked up to him. Rachel, that backyard could have been yours, your inheritance. I have 2 brothers and my sister died a few years ago. 3 or 4 years. But that's what you get when you start smoking when you're fucking 10. And I've got 2 younger brothers. 2 younger, rich, ungrateful bastard brothers. Don't bring my brothers up. So I've got a pension from British Telecom, but I couldn't get that pension because my brothers would not lend me the money or give me the money to fly over to open a bank account. No, I never smoked, no. It's disgusting. Oh, cool. Yeah, that's good. So you don't have to pay taxes. Kick him out. I'm bad on it. Good dad. I think your dad just signed out. I'm only kidding. Got to move the truck in the morning. But the thing is, if they ran the plates, they would realise that I just lived just up the road. I just lived like 50 metres away. I'm only kidding, Murray. Don't get your knickers in a twist. Yeah, but I bet that has happened somewhere where a loving mum and dad, or a mum or a dad, they've signed property over to their children, you know, just so that, because sometimes the children have to pay, the taxes, and then when they signed it over, the kids kicked them out. No, I used to bet on the horses, yeah, but you can't, I would like to do it here. I watched the guys in the log. I just put up a thing, and the guys in the ramen shop on Sunday afternoon, they were betting live, and he's got like an app with a contract on his phone, and he won 17,000. But the good thing here is that it's like a 100 yen bet, and so if you put 100 yen on, then if you, and it's two horses, it could be like horse 5 and horse 9. So if they're favourites, it's not much of a thing. But if it's a very long shot horse, so that for 100 yen, that can be like 1 million yen. So if you put on a bet of 500 yen or 1,000 yen, then it's times 5 or times 10. So you can, if you're that lucky enough. And it happens, it does maybe once a year or once every few years, where you get like a massive odds for like 100 yen. So if you just kept the same numbers on all the time. On Sunday, the race was Elizabeth Cup. No, we went to the Greyhounds a few times. And in Sheffield, it's great because they've got a bar at the trike, and you never win. Never. My mate's dad had greyhounds, and so we would go down and go to the track. Not many. I didn't go many times, but I think I should have gone more times actually. I don't know if they even have them in Japan, greyhounds. But it is fun, without a doubt. But I lost a lot of money on the track, without a doubt, on the horses, yeah. I lost more money on stocks and shares. Well, well, it's not this, but what the Aussies are, for the most part, young British, aren't they? You know, so. Of course, we're going to have a lot in common. Yeah, but like I said many times before, the things I like about Aussies and Americans is the colourful language that they make up. You know, like a turd in a swimming pool. So I love those phrases, you know, the names. I love those names that they come up with. On those bloody convicts. Well, the thing is, when they... yeah, Mike Hunt. Not Mike Hunt, Mike Hunt. He's in Australia. Car business, dodgy fucker. So, but the thing is, a lot of them were sent to Australia for fucking nicking a loaf of bread. Or doing fuck all. Let's just get rid of this fucker. So they weren't really convicts, were they? You know. A lot of them were just... They just wanted some food to eat. This is my opinion. How bad convicts they were, I don't know. I mean, we can't even kick rapists out of the country because goody two-shoes like fucking stick up for them. My idea is they should do what they did in the Second World War. You get a plane and you put a glider on the back of the plane, and then you drive them. And then you fucking fly all these dodgy people back to their country. At the moment, you've got thousands coming from Albania. Even if it's only a few months, they get to stay in a nice hotel for a few months. Yeah, but I'm also being noted by other people as well, so... They're just, basically, they're just trying it on. And, you know, they're just spending, they say they're spending £2 billion on on these hotels and everything, and giving them money and things like that. As far as I know, Albania is a pretty good communist country. Yes, I have heard of £10 pound. Was it £10 or £50? Yeah. That's what it's. Is that what they said about the aeroplane? Which says when the aeroplanes landed, they were still whining. 10 quid was, yeah, I know that, yeah. They went to Australia, yeah, with a promise of. I just wondered though, what percentage actually returned home, and what percentage actually stayed and toughed it out. I am sure for the people that stayed, it worked out well. Because when I was a kid, there were all these stories of, people having lawnmower rounds and having like their own swimming pool. So all those people are in Melbourne, are they? Is that the people that stayed or the people that whinged? Oh, I see. Yeah, okay. Well, when I was 16, I left home and I lived with my uncle and auntie, and they had 3 kids. And one of these kids was a cunt called Michelle. And she had a kid, and then her kid had a kid. And do you know where that kid now is? She's in Queensland. And she phoned me up. She goes, "What do you think? This person's asked me to come out to Queensland." No, by the time she's 19, she had 3 kids, I think. So she said she's asked me to come out to Queensland. She was a hairdresser, and I said, "Go for it. If it's genuine, if it's a genuine offer, then go for it." And they went out there. Maybe I guess it's coming up to 10 years now, and they're out there with their brood. I think she had 5 kids, 6 kids. I'm not sure. He's driving lorries and she's cutting hair and swearing at everybody. Yeah, I fell out with her because I told her she was fake, like my sister-in-law. So the only people, she was like one of these kids that the only value that if someone was good-looking or attractive, that was their only value. So I fell out with her. Well, so you're saying that all the English stick together? Are they that rare? In England, there is a television channel called Dave. Oh, is that a what's that, Mike? Is that some kind of special charge or allegation? I was accused of cloud seeding because I met this Indian girl when I drove across America. She was a. I think she was a depressed girl. They called her Dark Cloud. Ask your Uncle Duck if he's heard of the joke Two Dogs Fucking. Ask if he knows Two Dogs Fucking. That. Oh, no, I told it wrong. That's the fucking punchline. Oh dear. That's it. Start with the punchline and you can't go wrong. He will not answer. Okay. Yeah, well, that was the punchline. So. You have a no swearing? Oh my God! I better clean my act up. I tried it once, didn't like it. How can I have a no swearing policy? One of my views is my cunt. Well, I've told the story before. We actually did, me and my brother, we did this in a pub, in the local pub. And I just got into the bar and this girl, walks into the tap room. I don't know if you know what a tap room is, Rachel. It's like where all the ruffians go. She walks into the tap room and she says to the older barmaid, so I've got a phone call, has anyone seen my cunt? And the older barmaid said to her, I think you better ask. And unfortunately she did. So, all right, I'm going to take her home. Rachel Murray is in New Zealand, married to a Japanese lady. So for your dear, that's what my headmaster said to me. All I said was shit. He says, I'll wash your mouth out with soap. Which was nice because we never had any soap at home. Bye, Murray. So what about your dad and Uncle Dougie? They're in the building trade. Surely they swear. And they've got builders' wives, so surely they swear, and builders' kids. Yeah, I do agree, you know, it's a bit... Well, there you go, Rachel. Yes, of course. Yeah, of course. What you're saying, Mike, is right. Yeah. What the Americans say, it's a like Mickey Flanagan, a very funny English comedian. He swears a lot in his act, and it's a term of endearment. And if it's not, that first punch hurts. The rose with with Sean Connery. Oh, the sad film. Where the young kids and they grow up together and then one of them dies. Not politely, but in. It's hard to say because I don't usually go drinking with Japanese people, but of course they swear, yeah. Yeah, but at the end of the film, there's a friend, they like grow up as kids. And then they grow up and then one of them dies. Not Bette Midler, a mate dies. She's got cancer or something. Or she bought a car off Mike Hunt and she kills herself. I don't know, maybe Kutabare. I've said Temi to... Someone once said that if you said Temi to a Japanese person, get ready to fight. But I've said it to a few people, they didn't want to fight. Oh, beaches. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Then maybe I haven't seen The Rose then. Yeah, that was a weepy film, that one. I think Bette Midler, her boyfriend used to beat her. Same with Doris Day, her husband used to beat her. My dad used to beat my mum. There are some bad people out there. Or maybe worst thing to say to a Japanese, maybe Hirohito was a war criminal. Well, I'll have to watch it then. I don't know. Well, it was very, very low and then it went up. But I saw in America it's like 90% decline. Like I wore a mask about 20 times in 3 years, so. I read in America it's a massive drop in numbers, so. But I guess at the end of the day, if you're under 70 or under 60, it's not a big problem. I think at the end of the day, basically most governments are pathetic. And like if it's killing the old people. In Britain, we actually helped to kill the old people, or the government did. So you had an old person, got a cough, they went to hospital, and then they sent them back to the home centre, to the nursing home, and it spread throughout the nursing home, and they all died. Yeah, the thing is with that, Uncle Doug, is never exists, because the next thing is you catch it. So I never bring bad luck on myself. Pig's arse, well, it's the first time I've been called that, but I've never heard that phrase before, pig's arse. Is it the opposite of never look a gift horse in the mouth? Midas Olam? Was that the king of Midas? King Midas. Well, actually, a long time ago, I came up with the idea for a book where if people's pensions were costing too much, you would like kill the pension. You kill the pensioner with the rich pension. You kill him or her, and then that would like reduce the pension costs. And then along came fucking this disease. Oh, I've never heard that one. But the thing is, in a year or two, a documentary will come out. So I'm waiting for that. I just hope I live long enough to get my pension and watch that video. He's shaking. Well, stop giving him those tablets. Why? I don't know why he's shaking. So, as Uncle Doug, has he retired on a good pension? I'm not a baby boomer. If it's, they say I was born in 1959. A baby boomer was born in 4 or 5 years after the war when they came home. So to extend that to everybody that was born after that day would make everybody in the world a baby boomer. Baby boomer. Yeah, well, if you're in hospital, just keep out of hospital, yeah? Cool. Yeah, it was me that started that rumor. It's nice to see it keeps going. Mike, do you sell those drugs or do you just buy them? Yeah, I didn't know you can do that in America. That's pretty cool. Well, I've got a pension, and it might be worth about 100 grand soon. And they say if I want to cash it in, which I do, they want to cash it in, and they say because if I take this pension, it will take me 40 years before I benefit from taking a cash lump sum. So why? And I need an accountant. I have to pay an accountant 2 grand to tell me common sense. They want me to keep on taking the fucking £2,000 a year pension, which is fuck all. It's £40 a week. Yeah, I don't. It's only available to people with superannuation. I think in England we have superannuation, but it's like for high salary earners, not normal pension people. Why? Basically because she's a see you next Thursday. Did you see that, Rachel? I could have said something else that rhymed with Mike's name. No, what happened was when people thought that I died, she put a message on one of my videos saying, "He's not dead." That's the last time I heard. But I wrote a song many years ago. Do you want to hear it? Okay then. I've got to work until I die because of George and Tony's lie. Saddam Hussein had an alibi. My problem is I'm always arguing with people and trying to pick fights. That's my problem. But they started. It's not me. I'm a good guy. That's Mike. I am feisty or filthy, really. This guy in the sushi shop the other night, sashimi, he's fucking saying taco. Taco is another name for stupid. And so I'm still at the bar, and his mate comes in. There's 4 of them, and he's saying taco to his mate. He had to say it 3, 4, 5 times to fucking get his point across. Taco is also octopus. They're not eating octopus. He's just calling me stupid. And I forgot my money. So I went home, got my money, paid the bartender, and I just walked over to his table. I said, like, who are you fucking calling taco? You know, I fucking saying it. And I was just like really fucking angry. And they're saying, what's up? What's happening? Yeah, they just all of a sudden they say, what happened? I didn't say anything. Well, Uncle Doug is a very kind man. He's a sweetheart. Not so much scared, I don't know, but it's just like you get the shit looking like I do, and a lot of people know me because of videos and everything, and they just say shit. So when I ask them what they're saying, or stop it, or shut up, and then they say, I didn't say anything. I don't know. Shinto. Oh dear, Shinto. Shinto was so bad they had to put an N and an O in it. Did you know that Shinto is an anagram of no shit? But you never noticed that before, did you? I've only just noticed it. The no shit, the no shit religion. What are you having for tea? I bought a chicken today. It was like they knocked a few hundred yen off it at the Brazilian shop. So I think tomorrow I'm going to make some chicken, potatoes, carrots, some gravy. Okay, take care. Nice meeting Uncle Doug. Take care, guys. Go. All right, guys. Are you gonna? I thought you were gonna put a link for your songs. Nice steak. Masala chai, no. I've had chai now and again when I go to an Indian restaurant. Am I still friends with Victor? Yeah, I think so, yeah. I mentioned him, I messaged him the other day and he returned the reply. He says he doesn't go out now. I was thinking of going to doing some stand-up. He's got, no, what someone said, Victor did a meme, and he says like, I know there are some people who don't like me, but I don't care. And so I sent a message to Victor saying, no, it's not. It's a lot of people that don't like you. And he sent me a message back saying thanks. And then I asked him, are you going to the stand-up tonight? And he said, no, he doesn't go out. So I'll have to go and visit him and take a bottle of whiskey. Bye, Mitchell. Bye, Rachel. And Doug. Why don't you like Victor? I don't know. Victor might irritate a few people. I don't think he's a cunt. No, so I think, like I said, we're all irritated. But I don't think Victor is a bad, even though he's irritated the fuck out of me, I don't think he's a bad guy. He's more of a good guy than a bad guy. So when he, like when people started channels and things like that, he'd always help people with channels, give them a leg up or a shout out. So, I think he's definitely, like I say, he is like 51% good. No, I mean 80 to 85% good. Singapore noodles, never heard of them. I had that fucking Vietnamese noodles, the pho, the Vietnamese noodles. How the fuck did they beat America eating that shit? I don't know. That's a too strong word, really. I think, let's say Ryan Boundless is a cunt on some day because he's selfish and he's not realistic. I think Victor's realistic. No, but like I say, I think it's like me. If someone upsets him, he fucking tells them, same as I do. Shut up, you prick, so... No, I saw Ryan did a live stream the other week. I watched it. And I got a mention. He called me a frenemy. So I'm looking for a few of his, I think it was two in particular, they didn't have very kind words to say about me. So well, yeah, he does. But the thing is, despite Ryan's many problems, you've got to admire him for fucking, he went to Japan, Thailand, Mexico, and Kenya, Uganda. You've got to. But the thing is, he should be going in bar. I would be going in bars in Uganda and having a laugh and buying some beers. Hey, dealer. There's one person I don't like, a YouTuber, is that guy that fucking, he's an American guy, and he drinks fucking big bottles of vodka or things like that, or food. He attacked me a couple of times. What are you talking about? That's cross-eyed. What do you mean, Ryan? Ron Paddy now. But like in his video, in his live, even his live stream, he got lots of fucking people giving him money, hint. And he was trying to say that he was shagging lots of girls. I just find it, I just find it a little bit difficult to believe, having watched his sex video. And he doesn't seem to be drinking in bars or anything like that. So, unless he's fucking raping them. Yeah, maybe some people's body counts are rapes. Who knows? Yeah, one of Ryan's fellows was saying, I bet you could smell him coming. Cheeky bastard. Oh, you mean in the sex video? Yeah, the sex video. It must be that, yeah. Oh, awful, awful. No, I just in that particular thing, it's the worst porn in the world. When two Japanese kiss, they have no idea how to kiss, and neither did Ryan. He had no idea how to have sex, and this is why I don't believe that he was having sex with various people. I think the only way that Ryan would be a good sex partner if he was taking up the arse, because he's got no natural movement. That could explain why he's got fucking 6 dogs. But like I say, I can't see Ryan, not just me, but any other person, having like a give and go or give and get fucking conversation where taking the piss out of each other. I just don't think he's ever been in that situation in his life, at school or anything like that. No, he's an intelligent guy. But and his Japanese is a lot better than mine. But my sex is a lot better than his. And that's what counts. I'll tell you, one of the best comedian around at the moment, well, there's two. One is a guy called Mark Normand, and the other one is called Brad Davison, I think, and he's a midget. He's a small person. Very, very funny. Both of these guys are very funny. Yeah, but for months at a time, yeah. So in Japan, you build the points up and you lose it like maybe 3 months, 6 months. But if you do a course, then the license is the license ban is cutting off. But I have physically lost my license now because it's in a small pouch. The pouch broke the other day, and so my small pouch with all my cards in it has dropped somewhere. I'm hoping it's in the house somewhere. No, he had no idea. I saw that video, and he had no idea about sex. Oh, I'm not sure. No, because all I did was just ask for the price. Do I need a driving license for Western Union? If so, I've got to find the driving license. Or if they don't need it, then it's okay. Like I say, I've got your details now, so I'm not sure if I need to prove who I am. Like I say, I can check it out anyway. So. No, like I said, when I went to Western Union, all I asked was how many rupees for 10,000 yen, and what's the 900 yen for the charge. Hey Paco. Yeah, like no, Diddler, I can only send this once, you know, so you've got to make the most of it, mate. So, because like I haven't worked properly for like 6 months, so. Let's just hope we win on the lotto tonight. That's the cleaning lady slamming the doors. Right guys, I'm going to see if I can get a cheap bento. Half price bento. This is what we want, 2 hours. See you later guys, been a good, sorry Paco, it's been 2 hours now mate, next time. Take care, bye bye.